On and on and on and on. I'm a winner.
Happy Winning Monday. I hope that everyone's day has already been off to a phenomenal start. I'm super excited to share with you guys my Monday tip of the day. And it is to keep holding on and keep pushing forward. Oftentimes we limit ourselves and we doubt our strengths and our ability to get through some of the things that we're experiencing in our lives because of a belief system and lies that we tell ourselves. One of the most common and popular one is the story of what we believe things should be like, how we expect things to work out, and what we believe it should be. The reality is we have no control of time. We have no control of how things are going to play itself out. The only thing we really truly have control over is how we're going to respond, evolve, and move as we're experiencing different changes and challenges in our lives. This weekend was one of those weekends for me, like I shared previously, that I felt like I was being knocked out the park, right? But here's the deal. I can only do what I can do with what I have presently, right? And although it may feel frustrating at the time, you feel emotional because it is our nature to want to be in control, to be able to fix and change things as we like. And there are those moments in life where you just have to face the reality, like everything is not in your control. The only things that are truly in your control is what you do with what you have. And so it's like the saying goes, don't cry over spilled milk. We can't cry over what's already happened and keep playing over in our minds that, oh my God, this was just so disturbing. Although it may be. It's spilled. It's over. You can't scoop it back up and put it back into a glass if you spilled a glass of milk, right? It's just scattered everywhere. So now what do? I pick up the pieces. I take what it is for what it is. But I do not internalize what's happening, because when we internalize it, we are now making our circumstances or the experience that we have mean something about us. And usually that thing that we allow it to mean about us is never good. It's that thing where we feel like, okay, nothing good is happening for us. We are just not in a good space. We're not in a winning space or a winning season at this time. And that's completely not true. Because one thing I do know is that right before a breakthrough comes that very, very difficult period or moment in your life. And so one of the things that I do often is I try to remember my experiences and the challenge that I'm faced with. Quick story. I remember when my car got hit, and the back end of all of that was they were saying that I didn't have gap and I didn't have a lot of the things that I should have had, which I assume I already had. And when they told me that, I was like, wow, okay, so now I'm going to be without a car, when really all I wanted them to do was fix it. I just wanted it to be fixed, but the insurance totaled it. So now I'm here, and I was very, very sad. I was very upset. And, I prayed about it, and I asked God to just, do something, anything that you do, I will be grateful for in this moment. And I remember being on the lot with the guy, and he's like, okay, well, you can't get a truck, mind you. I don't like cars because I'm too short. And he was like, you can get a truck. So you can get a car, I'm sorry. And I was like, okay. So I got out there, my mood. I started to really just focus like, okay, it's not what you want, but it's what you need to do what you have to do. So I'm excited. I'm being hopeful. I'm looking for something that I may like. And the guy comes out and he says to me, I'm sorry, we looked back over your file and we realized that you do have all of those things that we were saying that you possibly didn't have. And I was so excited. I started shouting on the lot and everything, because I said to myself in that moment, because I didn't allow my emotions to continue to keep dictating how I was thinking and moving. Instead, I surrendered and I asked God to just do his work, and I'll be appreciative of whatever it is that he brings forth to me. So here I was, settled into the idea like, okay, I'm going to have to get a car for now, whatever. And in that same moment, everything changed. But what I also was present to during that experience altogether was this. While I was upset because I just wanted my car to get fixed, I realized I was settling for less when God was preparing something new for me. He had something new in store that he wanted to give me. But I was so busy on the idea of this should have never happened. I'm so pissed. I wasn't the one in the wrong. How did this happen? That I was missing And a lot of the times we do that in life. God is trying to remove something so that he can give us something new, something better. But we're so caught up in, because it's familiar, because we're comfortable, and because we have locked in on this thing, we don't want to let it go. So my winning Monday tip is to keep pushing, keep pressing. Things are going to come and go. People are going to come and go. You got to be able to continue to keep moving forward. We are not here to stay stuck in one space. Every day is a process. There's progress to be made. We're evolving. We're changing. We're learning. We're growing. We're winning by choosing to get up each and every day, despite the circumstances, despite the storms we're faced with, and keep pushing forward. Because it is a choice, and it is our superpower, that choice to say, I am going through some things, but I'm not defeated. I've done some things, but they do not determine who I am. I've lost some things, but they do not limit how much more I can achieve as I keep continuing to push forward. And so, I'm wishing you guys an amazing and beautiful, blessed Monday. I pray that this message brings you much encouragement and reminders of just how amazing and limitless you are, and that all things are working together for your good. Have a happy and blessed Monday. Stay encouraged. Mwah.